Before you dramatically fall onto your bed and cry into your pillow like a gorgeous yet misguided Disney princess, or me in high school thinking I was about to get a B on my exam, remember this: it ain't over till it's over. It might feel like it is, but facts don't care about your feelings. And fact is, if you're watching this video, then the day ain't over and there's still lots of stuff you can get done. So dry your tears, spit out your copium, and let's get to work. Be honest about how you're feeling. Just get it out there. Are you feeling depressed? Are you feeling stressed? Are you grieving? Do you have ADHD and you got caught in a loop? Whatever's happening, say it out loud, put words to it. We're only as sick as our secrets, and it does help to just say it out loud and just say how it is.
Say it out loud.
And then rework it. I am feeling depressed, but I can still move my body. I got stuck in a loop, but that loop isn't forever. I am grieving, but I still have to take care of myself. My anxiety got a temporary hold of me, but I am moving past it now. Whatever it is, say it out loud, rework it. Then take a shower, fix your hair, and get dressed. Get out of your PJs, get out of your sweats. You can even get into different PJs, different sweats, but you're not gonna sit and stew in whatever's been going on. If you gotta switch from one juicy tracksuit to another, do it. A lot of the time, at least what happens to me, is that I get into this thing of, oh, I do have to stream, but I also have to work, but I also have to work out, but I also have to do this, I also have to... You can only do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. And there's the thing too, you might also be feeling like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Listen, in general, but also especially if you're depressed, you have to start before you're motivated. Motivation is not reliable. And if you're depressed, you don't even have it. So don't even think about it. Take it out of the equation. The brilliant part is that once you start, that will give you motivations because you'll get endorphins, but you have to start first. So just move your body. Sim method. Remember, move yourself around like a sim as we go throughout these next steps. Do at least one of these things. A, something you've been pushing off lately. For example, writing a paper, going through your email, responding to messages, whatever it is, something you've been putting off, get it done and you'll feel so good. B, some laundry or cleaning. We always have something to do. There's always laundry, there's always stuff to be cleaned, stuff to be reorganized, and doing it makes us feel good and not doing it makes us feel bad. So whenever you're trying to save a day, I always start with cleaning a little because that just gets me into the mood of productivity, and it also just makes me feel better because it's like the act of cleaning is good, but it's even better when you look around your room and you're like, oh, thank God I can actually breathe in here now because it's just less cluttered and it's not suffocating me. See, something you already started that you can move along. For example, something in work or something you're doing creatively, some project you're doing, even a puzzle, whatever it is, something that you're doing that you can move along and get some endorphins out of, do it. A lot of the times we end up in this loop of low productivity when we're stressed in life, and what we will do is that we have a late punishment bedtime to sort of make up for the fact that we don't have enough time for ourselves, but also in a way to punish ourselves for not being productive earlier, even if we're not being productive when staying up late. So don't punish yourself with a late bedtime. The best thing you can do to save this day and to save yourself moving forward is to go to bed early. Now, I know I'm crazy, so I'm assuming that your early isn't my early, which is like 8, 9. But even if it's like 10, 11, 12, do it. If you have the urge to stay up to 4, just remind yourself that that is actually you punishing yourself. Don't listen to that little devil. Go to bed. That will save your day moving forward. And another thing to save your day moving forward is what's coming up next. So subscribe and let's go forward to the next tip. Write a to-do list / plan for the next day. This doesn't have to be really crazy. You don't have to have a long to-do list. You don't have to plan out minute by minute. I've said this before, I'm a huge planner, but even so, what I like to do is that I, in chronological order, even though I might not do it in chronological order, like writing out a sort of outline / to-do list for the following day on my notes app on my phone. For example, today, I think I wrote something like Sunday in bold letters, and then I wrote breakfast, work out, get ready with me stream, film 2 videos, call my cousin, and plan the coming week. And then there was a couple things more. One of them is watching Constantine with my mom, which I'm really hyped about.
Coffee now.
Very fitting, John.
I don't remember everything, but that's why I have a list. Me personally, if I don't have any appointments and I don't have a plan for the day when I wake up, I struggle to get out of bed. I really, really do. I like waking up early, but if I don't know what I'm gonna do the next day, it's really, really hard for me to get out of bed because I don't like uncertainty. And if you're a procrastinator, you might be like me, maybe some ADHD, some anxiety, some depression. And yeah, it's hard then if you're waking up and you have a full day, like 16 hours not knowing what to do. For me, that is brutal. So I think the best way to do this is to go to bed early, wake up early, knowing what the mission is, and then just getting going.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to
get shit done. And the thing about this too is that this doesn't rely on motivation at all. Even if I'm dead tired, hate everything, if I have on my list, make a breakfast and get on the elliptical, I can absolutely do those things mechanically. And that's what I think is so brilliant about it. Like I've spoken about the STEM method, I personally, like I said, struggle with depression. So there are periods of my life where I'm not motivated at all. If I'm not motivated at all, I default to my general schedule. I'll just go through it like a zombie, not necessarily feeling much, except for when I'm in it, I feel the endorphins, working out, stuff like that. Super grateful for that. But I just really get myself going and just move around, like just move my physical body until I feel something, really. But having that plan makes it so that I can do that instead of doom scrolling. Because if I don't have a plan, I'll doom scroll. And do something nice and guilt-free for yourself before going to bed. For me, this often looks like journaling and watching Archer.
What? Danger zone.
Like today, watching a movie for the first time this weekend. Woo, really hyped about it. First time this week, I think. You can play video games, you can read, you can take a super nice bubble bath while enjoying a glass of wine. Whatever it is that you like, that is nice and guilt-free, not a harmful behavior. I said a glass of wine, not a bottle of wine. Something nice for yourself that you know is actually positive, even if it's considered lazy. Do that. You deserve it. The goal is to not just save the day by being productive, but also save the next day and the next coming days by not only like, oh, getting into shift and doing all this stuff, but actually feeling better about ourselves. Trust me, it's a lot easier to be productive and to be healthy if we feel better about ourselves. And that starts with how we treat ourselves. Our body and our mind is paying attention to how we treat ourselves. So if we're treating ourselves poorly, that will be reflected into how we feel about ourselves. The more we love ourselves, the easier it is to make good and healthy choices, and we'll also feel motivated, and that will help carry our days moving forward. So yes, do something nice for yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. You deserve it. You need it, and it's actually going to be super productive in the long run. Take care. Have a nice rest of your day, and sleep tight, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.